Had a conversation this last week with a executive team of a group that is buying up PT clinics, and two things came out of the conversation. And I'm going to share both of them with you on separate videos. Today, the thing I want to talk about, and I've spoke about in the past, and I think needs revisiting again. Remember the context for this. People buying PT clinics is this conversation about customer service versus customer experience. And people are looking for differentiators, and people are looking for something to show value, right? Because if someone's going to come buy you, you have to show value, right? And many people argue that's the bottom line. And I'm like, cool, but what about your processes and your systems that are already in place to deliver that bottom line? There's value there. What I run across frequently is people going, I need customer service training. I'm looking for customer service training for my front desk, of which I immediately follow up with, okay, it's great that you're looking for some change, that you're looking for value, that you're looking for places outside of your providers. And usually the providers are involved in the training, but most of the time it's for my front desk. And I say it's great that you're looking to add value to your business outside of your providers, because really that's the biggest leverage point, right? That's the place to really add the leverage in your current business to add more value. So when someone comes to look at it to purchase, you will have a bigger bottom line, right? And I say, great, I can help you with this if you can answer one question for me. How will we measure success? We're going to do customer service training. Cool. How are we going to measure success? I'm going to come in. You're going to ask me to come do customer service training. I'm going to charge you a lot of money, and then I'm going to walk away. And I'm going to put the systems and processes in place for this. So my argument here is that you need a way, you, the clinic owner, business owner, need a way to measure success of this. And I say basically with customer service training, it's very difficult to come up with a measure of success. Here's the other thing I say about this and why it's reactive. Customer service training is so much about, how you answer the phone, but it's a lot about how do you manage people that are upset, that are mad. And I'm like, why the fuck do you want to manage those people? Wouldn't you rather just prevent it? Customer service training is usually done right in a manner, in a way to teach people communication skills, teach people a way on how to understand the person across from them more, just basically so they won't get pissed off. And that's the God's honest truth. I'm not oversimplifying that. Right. And if I tell you we're going to do customer service training, you're thinking about, oh, cool, nice people, right? This way patients don't get mad. And if they do have a billing problem, then they're not as mad. But I'm like, yeah, but why not prevent these things? So customer service training is reactive, right? You're trying to prevent, you're waiting for something to happen. And client experience or customer service training and understanding is proactive. So this is really the game changer here. So when people say they want customer service training, I'm like, how are you going to measure that? Well, and I'm like, so, what are you going to pay someone for customer service training? Right? How are you going to know? How do you know, you, the business owner, investing your dollar, how do you know that program was successful? How do you know your team is engaged? How are you going to measure success? Patient experience, coming in, understanding the patient life cycle, and then training your team members of how to own and deliver on the objectives and the KPIs of the phase that they own eliminates, check this out, the need for customer service in its most traditional sense. That's the other thing. People have a hard time defining even what customer service is. And what I have found over time is those companies that are best understanding their patient's journey and training their team members to own these phases and parts of this patient journey and deliver on the objectives don't have a lot of customer service problems. Go figure, right? So the goal here is to understand my customer's journey and the experience I need to deliver. Well, the goal ultimately of a great client, customer, patient experience is patient success, client success, customer success. Customer success gets defined by the type of business. And when you define customer success, I'll say patient success right now. When you define patient success, and you own all these parts of their journey and you build the systems in to do it, you get happier paying customers. You also have team members that know how to communicate, know how to talk to people, know how to manage and set expectations and avoid pissed off customers. So there are deliverables here, and you can have a far greater impact on your company, on your employees, by incorporating this mindset about creating a patient experience than you can around customer service training. It's interesting because if you went to your team and said, we're going to do customer service training, write down what you think, right? What you think we need, you'll get answers all over the board. Go in and tell people we're going to do patient experience training. What do you think we need? You'll get 0 answers, which is pretty freaking interesting, right? So it's not they'll understand it better, but that's part of the patient experience training, is coming in and making sure people understand the bigger picture of the patient's journey within your business, and then breaking out their role and showing them how they help to deliver on what is patient success. So my challenge to you is, if you're looking for change in your business, if you're looking to drive more value in your business, you must look outside of your providers. And when you do that, you're going to default to what you know is already out there, as I had done in the past. I've paid for customer service training in my business in the past. And again, it just felt like the right thing to do, but what the hell? Once the people were gone, they were gone. How do we measure this, right? How do we measure success? Well, you do secret callers and you make sure your team's answering the phone the right way. To what end? Why? For what? And the only way to measure it was number of pissed off people or lack thereof. Okay, so again, I challenge you in that if you're really looking to add the biggest ROI and greatest value to your company, then you must look at understanding and training and connecting the dots in your company to create a client customer experience that will deliver this value. And the deliverables, you guys know what those are: straight up value KPIs, increased arrival rate, decrease no-shows, decrease cancels. This is how you measure increase completed plans of care, increase people in your post-course care program. This is how you measure success in a client experience, patient experience mindset and training, right? And you measure success. And if you don't have success, if you've trained each individual team, you know where to go and what results to look for to fix the problem quickly. We have a customer service problem. What the fuck is that? We have a client experience problem. Great. What's changed? Well, our first visit arrivals are down. Cool. Let's go fix it. Or, by the way, they're down. Let's go examine it, see if it needs fixing, see if it's being adhered to. Cool. Check that box. All right. We're doing everything right. Yeah. Everything's the same. Yep. Okay. This isn't a trend. It's a one-off. That's cool. It's good we're all aware of it and we're thinking this way. But then we also have to know, right? If we have something to measure and a way to look at it, then we're not going to make any knee-jerk reactions around it. We have a customer service problem. Well, we have someone who's pissed off about their billing. So customer service training, what do? You learn how to talk to them, learn how to manage that conversation. I'm like, why don't we just prevent the billing problem? If we understand the patient's journey within our business, then we create systems way upstream to manage and set expectations around billing, so we have less people calling who are pissed off or unsure or uncertain around billing. Customer service training and patient experience training are not the same. Customer service training will not deliver greater value to your business. Plain and simple. How will you measure success? If we're doing client experience, patient experience training, then right? It's the front desk training on how to manage a phone call, how to manage a customer's journey from the first contact to arrival. Then the provider managing this journey during the evaluation, right? Customer services and telling providers how to manage the arrival, how to connect the dots in the business, right? Every time someone goes through customer service training, they're always taking pictures of their waiting area and the things they're doing for clients. I'm like, that's all secondary. That ain't going to grow your business, right? The Disney experience, right? It's Disney experience. It's not Disney customer service. Disney experience, right? Is they understand this. Disneyfying your company means you understand your client patient's journey within your business, and you create the experience, the processes, and the systems to deliver a consistent experience. Boom. That's what you pay for. All right, cool. So don't fall into this customer service trap of adding value. Adding value needs to have a deliverable, and it needs to have accountabilities across your team. Can't just be looking at the bottom line, because only one part of the team there may be a disconnect to one part of the team, and then you don't get that deliverable to the bottom line. But if you understand the experience and the systems and processes, you can go back and check each place, and then go, oh, fix this one, boom, straight to the bottom line. Okay. So if you're looking to add more value, think client experience, patient experience, and think about the systems and the processes that need to be managed and your team trained and held accountable for along those lines. And you will get a far greater ROI with a better result, AKA more happy paying customers. It's funny because customer service training, well, we want more happy customers. I'm like, it's kind of a crapshoot, right? Just kind of look at things. How do we deliver that? Well, we talk to them differently. I'm like, to what end, right? We got to see changes. We got to see arrival rates go up. We got to see cancels and no-shows get down. And we got to be able to track them back to the people that are accountable. That's building the systems and the processes for a great client patient experience. That will deliver you greater value to your bottom line, which increases your takeaway at the time of a purchase. Everybody always blames the external stuff, right? I need a bigger multiplier. I'm like, just put more money on the bottom line. The multiplier becomes insignificant. Yeah, I built this thing and they only offered me something 2 or 3 times. I'm like, well, the bigger that number is on the bottom line, probably the more they'll offer. So why don't you just control what you can control, which is the bottom line? And you do that by understanding your patient's experience, not by creating and paying for customer service training. Cool. Yeah, big takeaways there. Customer service training is not measurable. We can't track it to the bottom line. Okay. Cheers all.